Hello and welcome to another edition of Diablo's Cookery Tips. It's either Daryl's or Diablo's, I forget. Been a long time since I've done one. Now this isn't really a cookery tip, cause I'm not really cooking anything like a bit of beans. But again, that wasn't really cooking, was it? I'm going to make a brilliant sandwich. Yeah, brilliant sandwich. Right, so first we've got our buttered bread here. I don't know if you can see that or not. We've got our buttered bread here. Okay, we'll take some Doritos chili crisps. And we'll just nicely lay a few of those onto the sandwich. Well, around the bread would be the correct term, I guess. Try to overlap the two crisps, but not overlap too much so that they go on the opposite side of the bread. Now the next thing we're going to add, the weirdest thing of all that you could think to add to a crisp sandwich, some cheese. Now I've got red Leicester cheese. Possibly can have a bit of a problem here trying to get this fucking cheese on. I managed to get that one on. But those ones on. Okay, yeah, so I've got the cheese on them. I'm just an ordinary red Leicester cheese. Oh, I love the sound of the crunch of a couple of crisps being squashed in a sandwich. And there you go, a nice little cheese and crisp sandwich. Now, two leftover bits of cheese that I've just left off the box. I've got a couple of crisps in between them. This possibly isn't a good idea. Actually, I just won't. I just put two crisps on top of them. Now, the cheese and the crisp together actually taste quite nice. Mmm. 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 Which is a good thing, really, because otherwise you wouldn't make a sandwich, would you? That would just be pointless because you're not going to eat it. But, yeah, so not really a cookery thing. I've just spat cheese on my laptop. Floppy packer. Not really a cookery tip, but, butter, yeah, put that in the bread. Yeah, not really a cookery tip, but it's just something that I like chicken and I like, yeah, just something that I like to do sometimes, mix some different foods together. The other thing that I mentioned was sort of like a cocktail. You take the curry powder from the last video, the curry powder, remember the curry powder? And you put a little bit of that, not too much, probably just like less than a quarter of a teaspoon. So I'll look at this size teaspoon, which is this size in relation to my finger. So yeah, that's my index finger. So yeah, that size spoon. You want a quarter of the size of that into a cup of coffee, and that makes a CurCoff, a curry coffee. You see, and it's just a nice thing to warm you up on a cold night or whatever. You like normally put a bit of whiskey in it or something, don't you? Yeah. But if you haven't got any whiskey and you've got some curry powder, you just do that. Also, you could, there's another thing. This worked for me, I don't know if it'll work for you. If you've got a cold or the flu, don't buy them shitty Lemsips things. Or do it, they help you. What helps me is buy some Tree by extra strong mints, and I'm in the extra strong ones. Crush them up into a fine powder using some sort of blade or something to scrape them. And it looks a bit like cocaine or heroin by the time you finish with it. And then you put that in a cup with some hot water and some lemon juice. Pure lemon juice, squeezed fresh out of a lemon. And you've basically got your own homemade Lemsip. And the mintiness will, you know, the vapours from the mint and whatever, will clear your nose a bit and whatever. Whereas the lemon and the hot water, you know, warms you up and makes you feel a little better like a normal Lemsip would. It's basically taking the idea of a Lemsip and adding in some mint. Meat? You gotta put some bacon in there now. Oh, mouthful. Sorry, I'm talking mouthful. Another good thing that I like doing is to I can sort the laptop out so stop being a twat. Thank you. Another thing I like to do is to it's called bacon under a pan. Get a small shallow frying pan, whack 2 rashers of bacon in it, put it on the gas. You get a slightly larger shallow frying pan and put that on top. Right. Which keeps the smoke and that from the bacon in the confine of the space, and it sort of smokes it. You know, you sort of get smoked bacon or smoky bacon, and it gives it a weird sort of flavour. And then if you fry, because if you're making a full English breakfast, if you fry your mushrooms afterwards, and then your eggs, no, then your sausages, then your eggs, unless you're grilling the sausages and you just do your eggs there. You get all the juice from the mushrooms or whatever you cook behind, but you can still get that smoky flavour from the bacon. And if you do your eggs and your mushrooms under a pan, as they say, it keeps the vapours and that in and puts it inside them as well. So everything you eat that's been fried that particular time, and possibly a couple of times after that, will have this lovely smoky flavour. Now, I don't know if you'd notice it. I mean, I noticed it straight away the first time I did it, and you probably noticed it the first time you do it. Afterwards, you start to get used to it. But it's a lovely flavour once you've been introduced to it. And just whack a little bit of oregano or paprika onto your fried eggs as you're frying them. That's a nice idea. Good luck with your cheese and crisp sandwiches. Then we can put enough crisps in this. I can only taste them. But I can actually taste them. It's just not as much as the rest of the stuff. So yeah, I'll wait till I hit the 6-minute mark here and stop the video. And see you next time on Cookery Tips.